What's new in your life?
Boys.
Boys?
Boys.
Boys?
Yeah. Boys. Boys with beards.
Boys with beards with beers?
With beers.
Beers with the boys?
Boys with lightsabers and beards.
Yes. We got the lightsaber boys.
Lightsaber boys.
But we also have the superhero boys.
And we got the superhero boys. And
we're a couple boys.
And we're
the podcast boys.
We're the podcast boys. Another podcast with the boys, you know.
Well, welcome to our podcast now with the boys. I'm your host, Lachlan Rodwell, and I'm joined by a young Padawan who was slaughtered in essentially a school shooting, but with lightsabers.
Yes.
And, clones.
What did the kid say again? He was like, Master
Anakin. No, he's not a master. He's not he's not a master.
He's like, what does he say? He's like, Skywalker, what's going on?
Mr. Skywalker, please, sir, can I have some more?
What?
That's what he said.
No, he didn't. He didn't say that.
What?
I don't know what you fucking Star Wars you're watching, mate.
Anyway, I don't think I said your name. I think I said that you were just a Padawan. Mr. Lucas Boreham.
Hey, guys. I'm new to the show. It's my first episode.
Don't say... If you're just joining us, he's not new. He's a regular.
Not new. I've been in every single podcast.
Yes, every single one. All 33 of them?
Yep.
I have no idea
33
what number.
years. We've been doing podcasts 33 years.
Well, it's almost been a full year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, time flies during the pandemic.
That's true. Yeah. It was a bit unnerving. I feel like 2 years of my life has just been fucking stolen from me. But yeah.
Yes, if it wasn't clear this week, we're going to be talking about, what's it called? Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes.
The new Disney Plus TV show. We're going to go through the first half of the season.
Wait.
We're already halfway through, yeah.
It's only 6 episodes.
Yeah. It's a short one. It's a limited series.
We'll talk on that later.
Yes. But first, we have some news. And you might be aware, at the start of this year, there was a superhero movie, a bat-themed superhero movie starring an acclaimed actor.
Batman.
No, Morbius.
Oh,
Morbius.
Oh, yeah.
Morbius came out.
My favourite film. What do you
mean? Your favourite bat-themed superhero, Morbius.
Yes.
Starring Jared Leto.
God, I loved him.
Recently, there was a resurgence of fanfare for Morbius due to a lot of memes. Not
in the right way. It's kind of just being bullied. Bullying. All these memes bullying Morbius. Yeah. It's hilarious.
Yes. And the memes worked.
The memes fucking worked.
Because, here's the news.
Yeah.
Morbius returned to theaters. This weekend, Sony redistributed the movie across the entire world, said, okay, surely now, after all the memes, it will make some money.
Yeah.
Surely.
What a decision from Sony to be like, wait, like we're getting traction again.
Yeah.
But it's like the wrong kind of track. It's like when, you know, people are laughing at you, not with you. It's kind of along those lines.
Yeah, exactly.
Sony is like, oh, you know, they're laughing with us that it's a funny film. Did you laugh in Morbius?
No, it wasn't even that bad. It's good.
Yeah, exactly.
But Jared Leto announcing Morbius 2. It's Morbin time.
Yep. Yeah. I saw that. I was like, surely that's
so Jared Leto tweeted a video of him looking at the script for Morbius 2. It's Morbin time. The official title.
What is he wearing as well?
He's 50 years old and he dresses like he's
50?
20. Yeah, he's 50.
Oh my fuck.
He doesn't look it. That's because he drinks the blood of children.
He lives off the orphans' tears.
Yes.
That's what they say.
Exactly.
You
know what I love about Morbius?
What?
So another crippled child comes to his crippled orphanage.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And he goes, "Hey, Milo." And Milo goes, "That's not my name. My name's not Milo." Yeah. He's like, "You're Milo."
Oh, that's right. At the start,
Milo isn't called Milo, but his name is Milo.
Yeah, fuck's sake.
Anyway, so the news is Sony brought Morbius back to theaters. Jared Leto's been embracing the memes, promoting this movie again.
Yeah.
And it bombed for a second time. I think it's the first movie to bomb twice at the box office.
No way. So no one actually went
Friday
and saw it.
night, it only made $85,000.
Oh, that's rough. Sony couldn't even buy a fucking brand new BMW.
No.
Wow.
That's really
I wonder how much money it cost them.
to redistribute it.
Yeah.
Probably not much.
Yeah.
But either way, they were counting on the memes to carry this movie.
Who would actually, be like, oh, Morbius is in cinemas again. Do you want to go see it?
Do you want to actually go see it?
You want to actually go? No. You're going to be like, oh, that's funny. You're gonna write about it, but you're not going to actually go see it.
No,
'Cause it's
of course.
What's Morbius?
And what's dumber is it's out on digital now as well.
Yeah.
So
what? Like, they should have. I reckon the idea should have been to release maybe like, I don't know, a bloopers version or something. I don't know, just like something that could be memed upon even more, but you'd have to buy it.
Avengers Endgame did that at the end of its run. They released a version that had like deleted scenes in the after credits.
Oh wow, okay.
So to kind of get some more money from it. You could have like. The thing is, we know because of the trailers that there's a lot of shit that was left on the cutting room floor with this movie.
Yes.
So maybe if the smarter decision would have been, okay, let's release another version of the movie, and then maybe some people would be morbidly curious.
Yeah. Well, and don't, redistribute it to cinemas because, that's a lot more effort for people to get out, get outside, go to cinemas. These are memers as well.
They don't leave their house.
Us, we don't leave our house. We want something we could just buy on the internet, right? That's just like Blu-ray, digital version.
Yeah,
on whatever Sony's platform is. Isn't it Disney? Is it Disney?
No. Sony doesn't have one. I think their deal is initially with Netflix, and then they'll go over to Disney Plus.
God, that Netflix is losing everyone.
They got Sony. They got Morbius. All right.
Oh yeah.
Morbius is coming soon to Netflix.
They got Morbius for 2 weeks.
Yes. And it's going to be a good 2 weeks on Netflix. Let me tell you.
No.
Anyway, so there's no saving this movie.
No,
not even the memes.
So. I really just really like that Jared is, that I saw that video of him looking at a script, Morbius 2, it's Morbin time, and I was like, that's. I'm so glad he.
I actually don't like it because he's
that's
the
subtle.
whole point of Jared Leto is that he's unaware of how bad he is at acting. Right, and he thinks he's the second coming of Christ in acting.
Yeah.
So to embrace the memes is like, kind of, it ruins some of the appeal of Morbius.
That's true, but you're right, but we've seen it before with, trying to remember his name, the Knowledge Man.
What?
I've got Lamborghini in my garage.
Knowledge?
Yeah, that guy.
Ty something.
Ty.
Ty Lopez?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's his name. But he used those memes and popularity to get successful, more successful.
I don't think being self-aware of how bad something is improves the thing it is.
Oh no, it doesn't. It's just not improving Morbius, right? It's not improving Morbius, right?
Okay,
nothing's going to improve Morbius, but it's, and I mean, Jared Leto's career. It's not going to improve it, but. It still gives him more, what's the word? Just
popularity?
Popularity and just, people like,
I don't think Jared Leto has many fans, to be honest.
Exactly.
Otherwise, they would have seen Morbius.
Exactly, that's true.
It's funny, he's supposed to star in the third Tron movie for Disney.
He was in...
Oh, was he? No, he was in Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade. He was good in that.
Yeah.
He was actually good in that.
Yeah, he can give a good performance every now and then.
He was scary. I almost forgot it was him.
Yeah.
It's
funny, when he does the most transformative performances is when he's not trying that hard.
Yeah, exactly. And then, you get Gucci and he's just like, what the fuck?
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia. What in the fuck? All right. Well, any more news?
No. I just wanted to touch on the Morbius shit because it's so funny.
Hilarious. It's absolutely...
And the fact that they re-released the movie on Friday.
It just shows how just unaware.
Yeah.
They're just so...
These business people.
They must have gone to a team of people and be like, we have to do something.
Yes.
We have to somehow...
It's trending on Twitter every day.
Yeah.
Surely that...
But were they looking at what was trending?
It's just making fun of the movie.
They probably saw the tweets because it's
Morbius
in a bar
sweep
or something.
Morbius sweep.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, dude, it's trending. We gotta put it out." But they didn't actually check the pictures that I've known was probably just memes again, because that's all I see of it is just heaps of shitty movie details and stuff like that.
It's so good, though.
It's really good. Very, very good. But yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think Morbius is getting a sequel. Do you think even we see him in the Sony Spider-Man universe again at all?
No.
Not
if
at
we
all.
do, I would be very, very, like, just impressed at Sony's
Commitment.
Yeah, to be
the-
like, we fucking made a movie. We got Jared. You know, we need to...
This exists in the cinematic universe.
we
We're
gotta-
doubling down, all right?
Yeah, because that essentially is doubling down.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm trying to... What's that new Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie that's coming out? He's been fucking...
Black Adam. He's
Black
been
Adam.
making it for 20 years.
Yeah, making it for 20 years, a.k.a...
He was cast as Black Adam in 2007.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's going to be the same. Like either that movie will come out. It has like, a good cast.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan.
It looks all right. But if that's dog shit, then I'm like, oh,
Yeah, what was all of this effort for?
exactly. And it is The Rock, mind you.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about drive. It's all about power. Well,
Oh, we stay hungry, we devour.
it's it should be all about making sure your film doesn't flop, so you earn more. So maybe
I'll tell you what, though, The Rock does look like a fucking superhero.
he does. He actually, I feel like he looks more like a super villain. Oh, well, he is.
Well, he's
Black
playing a
Adam.
supervillain. Or an anti-hero.
Well, no,
whatever the
yeah.
fuck.
Let's try and figure out what Dwayne would be like. Or superhero wise, he would be the dumb, Hulk version. You know what I mean? Like he'd be very
right.
very strong, like superhuman strength, but like not very smart. Like,
So almost like a Shazam, where you know how he's like a man. He's a child in a man's body.
yes.
So he's like
exactly.
an idiot, but
Yeah. Well, not too much of an idiot, but like just when it comes to because like
yeah,
Captain America, he seems pretty on it.
he's intelligent. He has to be. He's a
very
leader.
intelligent. He's a leader. Whereas
Thor's
character
pretty dumb.
he is.
Now.
He definitely was at the start. He definitely was. Oh,
Yeah.
boom, boom, lightning. But yeah, he definitely was just kind of under the wing of
Yeah.
Tony and whatever Hulk's name is. I fucking forgot.
What, Hulk?
No, well, his like actual name in the
Bruce Banner.
Bruce Banner. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
We talked too much
about
this.
Morbius. Way more than this movie deserves.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
Before we talk about Jedi show, I do quickly want to touch on Top Gun Maverick.
Yes.
So
Should we
just
tell the people
a bit of
the backstory?
a bit of context. So we went to see the movie and we went and filmed a pod on Top Gun Maverick directly after watching the movie. I'll take the blame for this. Stuffed up the audio.
Yeah. He
Real
only
bad.
found my audio. So if you wanted to listen to just me talk to...
No, and me, you could hear me as an echo.
Oh, okay.
It
yeah.
just didn't sound-
Imagine me talking to Lockie and he's on the other side of a tennis court.
Yes.
Essentially.
And the sad thing was I think we did a bad job reviewing the movie. I think we did a great job making jokes, though.
Yeah.
We had a good time.
Yeah. But all in all, we gave it a 10 out of 10. Didn't
Yeah,
we? We both gave it a 10 out of 10.
Because I can forgive its issues.
Yeah.
And that's a sign of a good movie.
Yeah.
So it's ending, and look, we'll just do like roughly, like no spoilers, but whatever.
Yeah.
The ending of the movie is so good that it like fixes any issues you had with it in specifically in the second act, because the second act kind of drags.
It's like meeting a person and, you're presented with their flaws.
Yeah.
Like, off the bat, you're kind of like, couple red flags. But then as you get to know them more and more, and then
Yeah, it keeps getting... The movie is like picking up momentum all throughout it,
yeah.
and it keeps getting better and better towards the end, and then the end happens, and it's the best thing.
Yeah, and it ends, and, we both looked at each other and were like, that was a really good movie. Like,
Yeah,
I want to watch that end scene again. Like, I've been
really
trying to
want
pirate
to.
it. I should
Well,
say that.
you shouldn't say... No, he wants to go to
Like,
pay for it.
Yes, no,
But just what's the ending
you need to
again?
understand like what I mean by that, like that I actually like want to
Yeah.
break the law to see this movie again because it was so good.
Yeah, Top Gun Maverick is surprisingly good, considering the first Top Gun is fine,
Yes.
but it's not like anything special.
Well, it was for the day, but when you look, I mean, retrospectively, you know, you have that, and then
Like
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future is way more impactful, right?
Yeah.
Like, or even like
Blade
Star
Runner.
Wars or
Star
Blade Runner.
Wars,
Like,
great examples.
So this one is surprisingly and it, you know, it's a legacy sequel. It's one of the best legacy sequels. It's up there with Blade Runner 2049 in terms of achieving that. And it's just Tom Cruise learnt so much making the Mission Impossible movies.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, you can tell in this film, like the pacing, just the storytelling as well is just all so well done.
It's building up this mission that is impossible.
That is, impossible.
And building tension towards, are they going to be able to do it? And then they very successfully make you think that, okay, they might actually not win this.
Yeah.
Where a lot of big blockbuster movies, there's no doubt in my mind that the hero's going to win. In this, no, genuinely, they might not come out on top on this.
Yeah. Because they had no time to fucking train.
Yeah, to prep. Yeah.
But yeah, no,
they make a lot of smart decisions to build tension throughout this movie.
Yes,
and
very good.
The best part about it as well is that almost everything you see was shot, you know, for real. It's not CGI for the most part.
Almost
it's actually
like
in camera,
and it looks amazing. The sound, amazing.
Of the jets.
Yeah, it's
sound design.
I'm so glad we saw this in cinema because it really, really made a difference.
Yeah, I mean, I would like. Imagine watching this movie with, in, what's that Hoyts called? VMAX or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
With the sound.
Yeah, I think it's VMAX or like the extreme screen.
Oh, extreme, sorry, extreme
so
screen.
It's a fat screen. It's huge. And they've also turned the sub, so you know, the bass up to like 11. So everything, every little jitter, every little shake. Yeah, when you're in the
you would have been...
Be like in a massage chair.
That would have been something to behold.
Oh, yeah. But... all in all.
Yeah, Miles Teller, fantastic in it as well.
Yeah.
The relationship between him and Tom Cruise, just wonderful stuff. Like, just not expected at all.
Not expected, yeah. We didn't know what to expect. We just knew that the jet action was quite good.
Well, we just knew going into it that Goose dies.
Goose is dead.
Goose is dead, and Iceman is another one.
Yeah.
And along with Maverick,
yeah. So there was 3.
So that's kind of all we knew going into it.
And there was jets in it. That's it.
Yeah, it was about the Navy, not the Air Force.
Yes. Which I find interesting. Yeah.
Because especially this mission, I guess they do take off from a
aircraft carrier.
But apart from that, I mean, it could have been an Air Force mission.
I think, because,
I don't know the difference.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Anyway.
We had a full fucking...
We had a full, hour and a half podcast on it. That was really good.
Yeah.
We went through this whole thing where we thought the original was set during the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, and we were very confused.
Maybe that's actually the best. We wasted 20 minutes.
Oh, explaining that. That's what I'm saying.
That,
I think we did a bad job reviewing the actual movie, but we had fun doing it.
That's true. Yeah, we did have a lot of fun. But anyway.
It's a fantastic movie. Go see it. Mm-hmm. Literally, I'd say so far, best blockbuster of the year.
Yeah, 100%.
Better than the Batman. It's just a fun, wild ride.
It's a fun, wild ride. It's not compared to Batman, it's not
it's not trying to do the same sort of real emotional storytelling. It does have heart to it. It has heart right at the center of it. Mm-hmm. But it's not, it's not necessarily a drama. It's more of an action. It's going for that big blockbuster feel.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. So
yeah. So there we go. So that was a little taste of the podcast that never was.
Yeah, that never was because technical issues. But yeah. All right. Well,
it was just that movie was so good. We had to talk about it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No. Yeah, and that's why it was so long because we just wanted to get everything out about it. And I find that with the movies that we actually enjoy,
you can just talk about it,
on and on and on. Whereas movies we dislike, you talk about the stuff that you don't like, and you joke about it and stuff, like Morbius.
Your Morbius,
but you're done after 20 minutes. You're kind of okay, it's kind of getting a bit crazy.
Or frequent shit talk of the show, Jungle Cruise.
Yes,
where you just have nothing to say.
Because we didn't fucking remember anything, because it was just literally like watching white noise.
Yeah.
I could have watched 2 hours of white noise and be like, oh, wow.
And gotten more from it.
Yeah, 100%. You know, gotten some great educational benefits instead of, I don't know, watching Jungle Cruise and losing a few
brain cells. Yeah.
But
anyway, we must move on.
We must move on.
Because it's funny, there's so much content dropping right now.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
including
crazy.
There's also Stranger Things as well, which
I've actually watched all of it.
Oh, really?
I was sick, had the flu, and what do you do when you have the flu?
Yeah, you just binge.
And
I dropped out during I watched the end of season 2, never watched season 3.
Well, yeah, season 3 or 4. Yeah.
So
two seasons you need to catch up.
But yeah, that came out. I mean, Jurassic World's coming out next week.
No one's gonna fucking watch that.
Oh, well, we are.
Yeah, I'm still excited to watch it and be like, it's going to be like a Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, it could be good. It's weird that we're getting so much content right now. And some of that content is Obi-Wan Kenobi, the new Disney Plus TV show starring Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan Kenobi and Hayden Christensen. I just had a stroke. Hayden Christensen.
You were like the kid.
Getting
Mr.
slaughtered.
Skywalker.
Oh, please don't kill me.
What's going on?
Remember all the shit we did together. Yeah, so anyway.
Remember all the shit we did together, Mr. Skywalker.
Remember all the good times.
And all the other kids are like,
What are these two doing? Is this a Michael Jackson situation?
Yeah. And he kills him first. Like,
Yeah. Shh. We know Darth Vader.
No, he does the shush with his lightsaber.
Yeah. Anyway, so we got returning prequel actors and characters. And so it's set, so roughly there's like a 20-year gap between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, and this roughly takes place 10 years.
So smack bang in the middle.
It's smack bang in the middle, which is funny because it's like, it's been 20 years since Ewan McGregor filmed Revenge of the Sith, and he doesn't look like Alec Guinness in A New Hope.
Yeah, that's true, actually. And I don't even imagine him in that 10 years looking like Alec Guinness. But to be fair, Alec Guinness was... He portrayed the character amazingly well. Yeah. Like, amazingly well at the time.
Of course, Ewan McGregor's now having to do a young Alec Guinness. Not necessarily an impression, but
It's difficult for him.
He's much closer to Alec Guinness than he was in the prequels, which makes sense. It's right. Yeah. This character's growing into that character. And that's what we're seeing in this TV series.
Yeah.
We may as well chuck in a spoiler warning, just because I don't think... It's hard to talk about a TV series without spoiling it. Yeah. Like, it's good. If you want to know our thoughts on it, I think it's good.
I think it's good.
Not great?
Not great. Again, we did, like, when it was shown, when it, like, came out and everyone was told about it, we all went crazy because we loved Obi-Wan as a character. I think he's the only character...
One of the best parts of the prequels.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. And I think they announced it when, like, just after Rise of Skywalker, the last one had finished, and it was like, just that bad taste in your mouth of you know, the terrible writing and, you know, just the sloppiness and stuff. And then this was announced, and you're like, we were so excited.
Yeah, we're back on board. Yeah. Star Wars.
But then, I mean, we'll talk about it in the spoiler review, but I would say, I think it's, around about a 7 out of 10 for me.
I think what's interesting about all the Disney Plus shows is that they have like a visual quality to them that makes you feel like it's better than it is. Do you know what I mean? They look so good.
They do look very
good. It's all very practical and the CGI is great, so they must have huge budgets, right?
Yeah.
So it looks fantastic. The cinematography is always beautiful. Mm-hmm. So it kind of tricks you into thinking it's better than it is.
Yeah, and that's why when it comes down to it, just the, not just the acting, but the characters themselves are not, and just the storytelling as well. I don't like the story.
I really like the story. I think what they're doing is smart.
Okay, well,
so
this will be good to, you know,
have a bit of a discussion.
Have a bit of a fucking argument.
Yeah, so we'll just be talking about the first 3 episodes, which is half of the season.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
So, first of all, what did you think about just the gist of the story? Like, you get back and fucking Obi-Wan's, you know, obviously protecting Luke, which makes absolute sense. Yeah. And I like that because it lines up perfectly with A New Hope and how,
Yeah.
you know, Obi-Wan just fucking finds Luke. It's
Yeah.
like, well, he's been there the entire time. And I like that that's being reiterated that, you know, he can't leave. But I also don't like that there's a feud between the father and him. It's like, they should be working together. Like,
well, no, but it makes sense. I mean, it's Anakin's brother.
yeah, yeah.
You know, so
True. That makes sense, actually, yeah. And yeah, I do like that it's all the Jedis are being extinct, like hunted and stuff like that, because that does make sense.
Yeah.
But I just didn't like those characters.
The Inquisitors?
Yeah, the Inquisitors and, you know, their fancy ship. Like, I would just like if they were, you know, they arrived on their normal ship or the normal fucking... What are their ships called? The normal, you know, Star Wars ships?
The Star Destroyers?
No.
TIE Fighters?
TIE Fighters, yeah. The normal TIE Fighter, right? You know, they rock up in this fancy ship and these, you know, and they have these fancy lightsabers. And I mean, it makes sense for an Inquisitor, a person that's hunting a Jedi, to have a
nice shit.
Nice shit, fair enough. But, like, you know, these cool lightsabers, cool. Yeah. But, like, I don't know, their characters aren't that compelling. They're kind of just a bit like, we've seen this shit before. They're just bad.
Well, I think the focus is on, is the name Raina?
Yeah, the chick that just goes against everyone else. She's
like the main, not the lead Inquisitor, not the Grand Inquisitor, but she's one of the Inquisitors, and she's definitely the focus of the show.
Yeah, and I do not like her.
Right.
I just... Like, I understand.
Oh, Raver, not Raver.
Yeah. So I understand, like, she wants Obi-Wan. Why?
Well, we'll find that out. But do you want me to tell you why? Because I think I know why.
Okay, yeah. Why do you think you know why? I mean, well, how...
Well, the show opens with a bunch of Padawans fleeing. I think Raver was...
a Padawan?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so I actually think that...
When they meet, she'll be like, hey, I want to help you out.
Well, also in the third episode, when they're looking at the way the Jedi have used to escape, and there's all those writings on the walls, she sees the Jedi symbol and she like kind of freezes. So I think she was a Padawan during Order 66. And I actually think they're doing a lot of interesting things in this show because one of the criticisms I have for Star Wars in general at the moment is that they're pulling these characters from the lore that were never in the live action movies, but were always there and always intended to be there. Yeah. That I feel like is jarring because if you like looking at the original trilogy, right? There was no mention of these Inquisitors. No. Right?
Not at all.
But then in Clone Wars and Rebels and whatever else, and now this, there was, and the video game, Jedi Fallen Order, during this time there was the Inquisitors. And it's like, sure, okay, but it just feels jarring to me because it doesn't line up with how I've perceived the original trilogy. And I think an average, not someone who's a fanatic, right? Because if you're a fanatic, then you're loving these Inquisitors because it's like, exactly what you've always wanted to see.
Oh my god, is it the Inquisitors? And then they go, oh, we're the Inquisitors.
It's like similar to like Marvel, right? Where it's like, oh, my favorite characters are being brought to screen.
And then there's the general population who's like, who the hell is this?
Yeah, exactly. You know, and so I think this show has a lot to do because firstly, it's got to try to get from Revenge of the Sith to A New Hope because when you leave Revenge of the Sith, you're not quite... The characters of like Darth Vader and Obi-Wan aren't quite who they will become. Yeah. And it's jarring going from Revenge of the Sith to A New Hope directly. So this show has a lot to do in terms of trying to get us between those two places. And I think it's doing a pretty good job in terms of Obi-Wan's relationship to Anakin and Anakin becoming Darth Vader and becoming more evil. Like we're seeing him properly kind of become Darth Vader, which we didn't really see in Revenge of the Sith.
No, we didn't.
He was still very much Anakin.
He was Anakin, and then there was just the 5 to 10 minute, thing of him putting on the suit and then going, no! And Palpatine's
Exactly.
like,
And it just
whatever he
doesn't feel
says.
like I'm now looking at Darth Vader. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that was my biggest kind of concern when in episode 3 they're like, oh, here he fucking is, and he fucking started fighting Obi-Wan, like, look at this. And
So did you not like the Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader rematch?
no, I didn't. I wanted it to be at the end of the season, like big build-up.
Well, I think there's going to be a better one.
I know, yeah, because it wasn't obviously that good, and like fucking
Well,
Obi was like, oh, shit.
I liked that. I liked how it's showing how Obi-Wan isn't. He's cut himself off of the Force for 10 years.
True,
He's not good at what he does anymore.
Yeah, no, like,
Darth Vader's goated, so he's not even trying. He's just using one hand.
yeah.
And then the scene where he's like dragging Obi-Wan through the fire.
That was pretty fucked.
It's like we're actually seeing Darth Vader, because it's like in the original trilogy, we're always told, oh, Darth Vader's so evil, but we never really see it.
Yeah.
And then we get, like in Rogue One, we get the hallway scene, where it's like, okay, this is actually like the Darth Vader that everyone's always thought about. I think this show's continuing that, because, he's when he realizes Obi-Wan's here and he's slowly walking in the village, and he senses Obi-Wan in the distance, he starts slaughtering people to draw him out, and it works. And he's just ruthless, and I like that the show's committing to Darth, because this is Disney we're talking about.
No, that's true.
And he snaps a child's neck.
Yeah, that is true. He does that, and I was like, I don't know. I think I'm just a bit unfiltered.
Well, compared to, it's not The Boys.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But like, look, yeah, no, you're definitely very right about that. I think it's just been like my expectations have been
Was so high.
a bit skewed. Yeah,
Right.
they were very high. Like, and I originally just didn't like the, how Princess Leia, like we're getting,
I love that.
Guys, damn. Well, yeah, we have such a.
Why don't you like the Princess Leia stuff?
Well, like, no, I understood, her, like, being a plot device. But at the same time, it's like, do we like, we're not seeing much of Luke. We're barely seeing. He's just being a kid. Princess Leia is just being a kid. I don't want to watch a kid be some fancy kid. You know what I mean? Like, I want to watch actual characters. Like, she's just, this
child.
useless child.
Yeah.
Who's, yes, she's Princess Leia, but she's not Princess Leia now. In the film, she's just a kid, right? And it kind of like it painted a little bit of a picture into like who she would become, but I feel like her being like a plot device, for Obi-Wan to protect, I didn't like that. I wanted it to be, Obi-Wan going on a journey by himself, like the
Mandalorian has Grogu.
Yes, that's true. No, that's why I could kind of stop myself. But like just more centered, because it is Obi-Wan's.
But I feel like
TV show.
it is. I feel like it is Obi-Wan's show. And the reason why I like the Leia stuff, is because if you look at A New Hope, Luke knows of old Ben Kenobi, but doesn't really know him that well.
Yeah, true.
Whereas Leia says, like, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope, or whatever. So she knows of him, and it's never
True.
explained how.
That is true.
So this show is actually showing how they know each other. And I thought that it was a bait and switch, right? In the trailer, we keep seeing Luke, and we think it's going to be about him protecting Luke from a distance.
Yeah.
And then it's not. It's actually about him actively helping Leia. And I liked that.
Okay.
I thought it fit. It makes sense in the lore.
Yeah.
It makes sense for Obi-Wan's character, because we get all these beautiful moments where he looks at her and sees Padme.
Yeah.
And I think it's bridging the gap.
That's true, yeah.
It's doing a good job bridging the gap.
It does do quite a good job bridging the gap. You pose very, very strong, good points.
Yes, because I'm an intelligent man.
Yes.
And I don't hate kids. All right? Kids are all right.
But yeah, like, at the end of the day...
See, I think, here's the thing, right? There's a lot going on in this show. And I think right now, there's not the clear direction, but I think by the end of it, everything will make sense.
Yeah, that's why, again, this is only, it's only 3 episodes in. Of 6 episodes, man, I would have liked more. But I guess because of the big casts, I guess that they...
Well, and it's just one season as well.
Yeah, but like, why? Why did they? Why?
Well, because I feel like there's not much you can tell with Obi-Wan in this time.
Yeah, true.
Without running into like plot holes.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Because we've already got one with like in the fight with Darth Vader and Obi-Wan in A New Hope. It's Darth Vader says, when we last fought, I was only a Padawan, but now I am the master, right? Implying that they didn't fight between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. Now that we have seen that they did, so there's already a bit of retconning going on. To make this work.
Yeah.
And look, given the fight scene, I think here's the thing with lightsaber fights, right? In the original trilogy, it was more about like the emotional payoff than the actual fighting itself.
Yeah.
The fights weren't that great.
Yeah.
In the prequels, it's the opposite. It's just about the pure aesthetics of the fight. In the sequels, it's just shit. The lightsaber fights are awful.
They're awful. They're like, I watched heaps of videos of them being picked apart and being like, this is terrible. Like,
I just don't know. So now this is the second attempt Disney has at doing lightsaber fights, and it would make sense for this to be more like the prequels because we're closer to that. Now, this first lightsaber fight we got
was more emotional.
It was more emotional. Yeah. It wasn't, about the actual style of the fight. And it makes sense. Obi-Wan's an older person. Darth Vader's not even trying. So it doesn't need to be this big fight. And it's more, you know what? I was actually scared of Darth Vader. Like, I've never really been scared of Darth Vader as a villain. Not the same way as, like, Joker.
True, that is
true.
But
in this, I feel like he was scary.
Yeah. No, fair cop. I mean, he was definitely, like, just ruthless. Definitely, because, in, like, in A New Hope and stuff, he was very, like, Palpatine's right-hand man. Did jack
He was
shit.
just,
he just stood there.
He seemed way more diplomatic.
Yes. In this, he's like free reign. He's the most powerful.
Killing,
Like no one. He doesn't answer to no one.
Yeah,
yeah.
Do you reckon we'll see Palpatine show up in the show? No,
definitely not. I don't think so. Why? Why would you say that?
Well, I don't know.
I mean,
like the fact that we got Darth Vader so early.
Yeah, true. Actually, maybe that would make sense. I just feel like, again, let's look through the cast. We probably
they're very good with the spoilers. I do want to mention one of the actors, Benny Safdie.
Yeah,
he directed Good Time and what's the Adam Sandler one? Uncut Gems.
Yeah,
Uncut Gems. Which it was good to see, and also Kamal Nanjiani plays a fake Jedi. Who was very funny. Yeah. So it's got a fucking good cast as well, which is it's always good to see. So there's 3 episodes left. What?
What do we think?
What do you think is going to happen? You know what I think is going to happen?
What?
I think this TV series, this limited series on Disney Plus, is going to do a huge retcon to the original trilogy. I have a feeling it's going to do a huge retcon.
In like what circumstance?
I think at the end of the series, Obi-Wan and Darth Vader will like have peace with each other, and there'll be this understanding that Obi-Wan's looking out for his children.
Yeah, true. Because
this has to be building towards something, and I think it's going to be that.
Yeah. That like Obi-Wan is just trying to get by. He's not trying to, take over the galaxy.
No, but more than that Darth Vader will know that he has kids, but will accept that like Obi-Wan will protect them.
I do expect that actually, like Obi just to be like, oh, like I'm protecting your children.
Yeah.
And then but then, wouldn't Darth Vader be like, oh, I want them to, be under my wing or
no, because I think there's some, because remember, like Darth Vader eventually turns against Palpatine.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think there's this level, and even in Revenge of the Sith, at the end of it, I think there's this level of Darth Vader where he understands that he was manipulated by Palpatine, and sure, he's now in control of the galaxy to an extent, so he's gotten what he wanted, but he did it. He was manipulated.
Yes.
I think so. I think there's this level of he wants to turn against Palpatine at some point, and there's I think there's still some good in Vader, and I think this show will at the end will show us that yes, he still has some good in him, and from Darth Vader's perspective, he's thinking, okay, when Luke and Leia are ready, then we might have a shot at taking down Palpatine together.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think it's going to kind of do some recontextualizing to the original trilogy. That's where I think this will go. Because I don't know how else you could have a big climactic payoff with Vader and Obi-Wan. Because we saw the falling out already.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
So the only place to go is a reconciliation.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just more falling out. You know?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're actually right.
And that could be really fucking cool.
That could be very cool. And it could, it makes sense. So I reckon you're on the money there. God,
Hey.
You thought this through. I was
And
kind of just...
you know, usually, I'm trying to follow like all these like,
videos, yeah.
yeah, and they'll be like, oh, this is what's going to happen, and they're completely wrong. I just made this up myself. So if this is true, you heard it here first.
You heard
all right?
it here first.
But if it's completely way off, the
Well, that's the thing. If it's way off, then I'm still interested to see what they
yeah.
do.
Because I don't know what else they could do. Now, one of the interesting things of this show is it's gone through several different scripts before it was made.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
there was an original version that they scrapped, and they've now gone with this version. That's why it took a little longer than anticipated to come out. And it's speculated that the original version was a self-contained story about Obi-Wan against Darth Maul, because we see in Solo that Darth Maul is still alive.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Even though he got cut in half and fell down.
Yes, but in
a huge fucking pipe.
Yes, but in the Clone Wars, he gets spider legs or some shit. I don't know. Something happens. So in Star Wars lore, he's still alive.
Yeah.
However, in I think it's Rebels, maybe, Obi-Wan kills Darth Maul in an episode.
Again.
No, properly. Old Ben Kenobi
Oh, wow.
kills him. So then I think they felt like they couldn't tell the story. They couldn't do the live action story because the payoff had already been told in Rebels.
Yeah.
So that's why they were kind of like, oh, Darth Maul. I mean, let's do Darth Vader instead.
Yeah.
Is that a good choice, or would you have preferred to see Darth Maul?
No, I reckon they went with the right thing. Because, like, what if I didn't watch Solo? Or what if that part in Solo I didn't give a fuck about?
Yeah, but you would have seen at least, Phantom Menace to know that they have a relationship.
I know, but yeah, also in the Phantom Menace, he falls down a huge pipe. And he's not in
Yes,
one
but
piece.
somehow
He's in
Palpatine
two.
returned.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
So the same thing.
See, but
Somehow
I don't like that writing. No one fucking does. Not even not even
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, not even like he as he says it, you could just see
Him
his
die
eyes.
inside.
Yeah, he'd be like, "This is fucking ridiculous." Like, I can't believe people being paid to write this script.
Yeah.
Wrote the words somehow Palpatine's returned. Like. What the fuck? All right, and then just being like, somehow Darth Maul is not dead. Like, that's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Having existing characters dueling each other again.
Yeah.
Works.
I have a question for you. How much of Hayden Christensen do we think we're going to see in this show?
I think a scene.
Really? Because he was doing promotion with Ewan McGregor for
I
this.
know. Yeah, I saw it.
So surely we see him...
Because it's not even his voice, is it?
No, it's not. It's James Earl Jones.
Yeah, fair enough. Because, I mean...
That's Darth Vader.
That's Darth Vader.
But he's in the suit. But he's like... He doesn't need to be. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by that?
He's the one in the Darth Vader suit.
Yeah.
But he doesn't need to be. Anyone could do that.
I know. Yeah, exactly. You're right. Yeah,
so then why... So there has to be a reason.
There has to be a reason. Other than maybe just the press.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe the press, but also maybe he really needs the money.
Yeah, what is he in these days?
He's in Little Italy, I think.
What the fuck?
Little Italy? You haven't heard of Little Italy?
Is that New York?
No. Little Italy, Hayden. Yes, 2018 film, Little Italy.
Was it good?
Oh yeah, 13% on Rotten
13.
Tomatoes.
Holy... I don't think I've seen anything lower.
Oh yes, you have Morbius.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look, and it's got Emma Roberts
It's
as well.
R-rated?
Yeah, there's a full-blown sex scene in it. So the
It's got good actors
it's called
in it.
A Young Couple Must Navigate a Blossoming Romance Amidst the War Between Their Families' Competing Pizza Restaurants.
Wow, that sounds fucking great.
And the tagline is "Love is an acquired taste." That's beautiful. So yeah, I don't think a lot of money came in.
No.
I don't think he's getting a lot of Little Italy money, if I'm honest.
No.
So he needed the money.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And important also because I'm just looking at the cast list for Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
Han from Fast and Furious.
I know, he's in it. I was looking at that. I was like, what does he fucking do again?
He's the fifth brother.
Oh, yeah.
He's the greenish one.
Yeah.
Who I thought was Benedict Wong from the Doctor Strange movies.
But you could almost call that being racist.
No, because, hang on, this fifth brother guy is fucking, huge.
He's really big.
And
He's a big
Sung Kang from the Fast Furious movies isn't that big, so it threw me off.
Yeah. Well, maybe all those things that he's eating.
Oh, yeah, in each scene when he's got he's copying, what's his name?
I don't know. Oh, no, he's not copying anyone.
Yeah, he's copying, what's his name?
No, it's because his character was very popular in Japanese.
Yeah, I know. There was the movie he was originally in where the director just copied it. Yes, I know. But he's copying, from Ocean's 11, Brad Pitt.
Oh, I didn't.
Anyway,
But
he's in this.
Brad Pitt eating all the time means that he's
Okay, moving on. Final thing I think there is to potentially talk about. I don't know. There might be more. The Grand Inquisitor, right?
Who fucking just
gets slaughtered. He
Were there any repercussions for that?
No, because no one saw it.
Oh yeah, okay.
There might be in the future.
They just thought. Did she? Yeah, she said Obi-Wan killed him, right? Oh,
probably. Yeah. Yes, she did. Yeah, she probably. Yeah. There's probably something like that. Some context.
That's so easy to do. Probably just do that to you. Be like, oh yeah, man.
Obi-Wan did it.
Obi-Wan did it. Police would be like, who the fuck?
Ewan McGregor? But do you think he's dead? Because he's not supposed to be. In the context of Star Wars, the Grand Inquisitor dies sometime later.
When does he die?
What do you mean?
When does he die sometime later?
Well, in Rebels or some shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know enough about those cartoons.
Oh, I thought you actually... Okay. Well,
not in the original trilogy, no.
Fuck. That's the thing. They just have so much content.
Yeah.
They have so many characters. That's bring in...
That's why I kind of think they should say, okay, animated stuff doesn't count.
But then there's a lot of fans that would watch that.
Yeah, they would hate.
They would piss.
Yeah, I bet some fans hate me now. But come on,
let's actually have a look at the statistics. Can we do that?
What statistics?
Let's see how many.
Pull it up, Jamie.
Hey. No, but see how many people actually watch the cartoons.
I don't know if I can do that.
I know that I know the Clone Wars are quite good.
No, well, how many people? I'm just going to type in how many people watched Clone Wars.
People watch anime. That's it. Watch Squid Game.
A lot. We never talked about Squid Game.
Probably because everyone else fucking did. And what else could we add to Squid Game?
The series averaged 4 million viewers in its first episode. So, no idea about it.
Not bad.
Seasons 1 and 2, 3 to 4 millions, 3 to 4, 1 to 2 million. So not a lot. So it's a minority of the fan base. So I reckon fuck them.
Yeah.
I reckon in my mind, if I don't see it in live action, it doesn't count.
Yeah, fair.
That's my thoughts.
I like that because animation. I actually don't.
Well, see, this is the difference.
I don't want to
this is the difference between Star Wars and other things, right? So it's saying Marvel is based on comics, right? But Star Wars is based on, it's a movie franchise.
Yeah.
Right? So then the way that they originally intended it to be was anything Star Wars was connected to it.
Yeah, it was connected.
Right? But now we've seen that be really complicated because there's a lot of Star Wars shit. Like they had all these books that were previously canon that they got rid of because it meant that they couldn't do the sequel trilogy and stuff like that. So, you know, they've had to retcon a lot of shit already. So I'm just saying maybe retcon it a bit more.
Retcon a bit more, please. I love how they just do that.
I swear to God, if I keep seeing more characters from Rebels and Clone Wars and shit, it's like, I don't know who these characters are. Like, that was my big issue with the Book of Boba Fett was like, the bad guy gets introduced in like the last episode and I've got no idea who he is and then he dies.
That's true. I mean, I did know who he is.
You knew who he was?
Yeah. Because even watching a couple of episodes from Clone Wars, you pick up
right.
who he is. Because there are some very good episodes.
No, I'm not dissing Clone Wars.
But at the same time, yeah.
I'm not watching it.
I'm a minority in that sector, you know. So he's just this fucking random dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Blue man.
So I hope we don't see any more random dudes in this show. I think like the big issue with a lot of these Disney Plus shows, and it's definitely more of an issue with the Marvel shows, is that there's always this idea of there's a cameo coming up. Oh, there's a big cameo coming up. And I think this show, having Darth Vader come in earlier, I was like, thank Christ, it's not going to be like we're waiting for Vader.
Yeah.
Like so I don't think the only cameo that I think could happen is Palpatine. But, like, I don't think we'll get, like, a young Han Solo or a young Lando or anything like that.
I don't want that. I'm not going to lie. I don't want
Well, you wouldn't want to see Donald Glover back as Lando Calrissian?
Oh, yeah. I mean... But then
or Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo?
Like, sick. I couldn't care less. This is Obi-Wan's fucking film.
Exactly. Show. Yeah. No, I agree.
Disney plus...
Limited series. What I think's funny is Kathleen Kennedy, who's like the head of Star Wars, she said that what she learnt from Solo was that fans don't like when a character gets recast. Except that they've made this show with a character that is a recasted version. You know what I mean? Obi-Wan was a recast.
Yeah.
So that's stupid to say. The issue with Solo was it's not a very good movie.
Yeah.
I think Alden Ehrenreich did a fine job as Han Solo.
I think he did a good job. It's just the writing.
Yeah.
I think the story itself was a bit fucky.
Yeah.
You know, and it was purely based on I did the run in 12 parsecs. It's like did you know
parsecs is a distance, not a time?
Well, did you know that I couldn't give two shits?
Well, they didn't make the movie for you then. Right.
Oh,
if you wanted to know how the Death Star plans got stolen, now you do, because we have Rogue One.
Was fucking
Rogue One is good, but it's interesting. It's just like interesting that like Star Wars went from like, okay, we're gonna do these spin-off movies to we're gonna do these spin-off series, and like,
what's next?
Like when are we like? I don't. What are they doing? What's actually like some of it's good, some of it's bad, but what are they actually like? What's the future for Star Wars? You know what I mean?
Taika Waititi.
No, I know, but as in these shows are taking place in different time periods. Yeah. There's no cohesive story.
Yeah, no,
like it's not like you're not building towards anything.
That's so true. Like with Marvel, it's
always building towards
something. Whereas Star Wars, like, and then over there,
and then 30 years ago, and then
you this one over there.
Something I did. There was that Star Wars celebration that happened.
Yes.
Which we talked about on the pod that will never be released.
Yes.
One of the shows they announced was called Acolyte, which is set like 200 years ago. And it's about like, what this universe was like back then. Wow. So like Jedi and Sith in their prime, and there's just a million of them in there.
That's sick.
So that'd be cool. But and that's what I think needs to happen. I don't know.
It's like, I really like this guy, but I know he just fucking dies.
Well, we know he doesn't exist in the primary Star Wars era.
Exactly. So it's a bit like, it's interesting, but it's like, if you like a character, he's fucked.
But also like, we don't know when Taika Waititi's movie's set, but I kind of hope that they just let's get away from the Skywalker saga and
just blow
do something new. Completely new.
I agree.
I think that's the only way forward from here, and that's the only way that you can keep building towards something.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if they got
a full universe.
Yeah,
huge,
and infinite time periods to explore. Really,
exactly. Yeah, 100%.
So, I think, it could be like, imagine if they went back and told like the origin story of like the Jedi and the Sith. Something like that.
That'd be cool. That'd be very, very cool.
I don't know.
Or maybe like Yoda when he was a kid.
There was rumors of like I don't know whether it was a movie or a show where Yoda was significantly younger and is Yoda in his prime.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Because Yoda is a character that, because he ages so slowly, we could actually see him in a different time period.
Yeah, and just be like, wow, it's completely different.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No, that'd be sick.
Anything else to mention? Star Wars?
I'm just excited for the next 3 episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, let's compare it to The Mandalorian, obviously, because that's the big brother.
Yeah.
Because everyone fucking
Mandalorian
loves that show.
killed it. I think...
You killed it?
No, like as in...
Yeah, it did well.
The expression.
So you meant like he killed it as in like...
Killed Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I think... Look, let's start with the Book of Boba Fett, actually.
Yeah, true.
I think the Book of Boba Fett was rubbish.
I'd say it was 5 out of 10. Like, I'd watch it. I enjoyed watching it.
The best parts of that show had nothing to do with Boba Fett.
Yeah, true.
So that was all over the place and was literally just... It was Mandalorian season 2.5 for the most part. And the stuff they did with like Luke and Ahsoka and that was cool, but Boba Fett itself got sidelined in his own fucking show. Yeah. It's like he got sidelined in the movies and now he's got his own show and he got sidelined.
Yeah. And
so
it just wasn't very compelling.
Yes.
He just wasn't the character himself we've seen.
Yeah.
In The Mandalorian. Like he's a man. Well, is he man? No, he's
Mandalorian by birthright. I think technically.
Yeah. So like we've basically seen like what he does.
Yeah.
Like we see, and like I did like the idea that now I'm a leader or Lord of Tatooine.
Yeah.
But that could have been done a lot better.
No, I mean you could have told a 6 story focused on Boba Fett, but they just chose not to.
Yeah.
So.
I did like how he had like none of his shit. I wish that went for the
Yeah, the actual backstory stuff was the coolest part. Like telling how he got from Return of the Jedi to Mandalorian.
That was
the best part of the story.
That was the best part, yeah. And I reckon that should have gone for the entire thing.
Yeah.
And then at the end he would have gotten his ship and gotten back to it and be like, sick.
Yeah.
I'm still alive, instead of fucking just being like, oh, I'm now boss. I like those guys because they have cool scooters.
Oh, I forgot about the whole scooter thing.
Yeah.
That is awful, that part of... Why? That doesn't... It makes... It just pulls you out of it. It doesn't feel like Star Wars at all.
It doesn't feel like... Yeah, it feels like... just feels like a knockoff.
Yeah.
It feels like all those
a shitty
were just
sci-fi knockoff.
Who the fuck are these
It feels
people?
more like cyberpunk than Star Wars.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, it was really, really weird. I did like I wanted him to just... I like the fucking big chewy guy.
Yeah.
Like, that's the people I expect to be with Boba Fett, not some teenagers. And they have flashy scooters.
Exactly.
Like, whose fucking idea was that?
Probably Jon Favreau.
That's sad.
Anyway.
I mean, to be fair, 99 good ideas, 1 bad one.
Yeah, true. So then going into... So Book of Boba Fett, I think, is the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
So then Mandalorian... It kicked it off, right? Like, firstly, it introduced a new technology in terms of how you make movies, right? Instead of having the green screens, they have these like LED panels where they have the actors essentially in the world and they can see the background.
Yeah, I saw
right?
that.
It's called, I think it's called Stagecraft.
Yeah.
And is that your phone? Is that my phone? Oh, it's my phone. Sorry.
We're so popular. In all of 2 hours, you got 1 call, guys. Sorry about that.
Wow, that was a little mean.
Yeah, well, I get no calls. I mean, my phone.
Your phone, yeah.
My phone is not on silent in my pocket, and it's gone off 0 times. So yeah.
Anyway, Mandalorian. Well, I'll take this away because we got to look there. Mandalorian. So yeah, pioneered this new technology. It was revolutionary. It felt different to Star Wars, but the same. Like
It looked great. It looked really.
It went for more of the Western angle than the fantasy.
Yeah, which I liked because it was in the shoes of someone that didn't know that they were in Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know, like this person was completely new. And
Didn't really know anything about the Jedi and Force.
Did, like, just, you know, knew everything that they'd experienced, and through that, through the style of film, we were like put in his shoes kind of thing. Like even seeing the AT-AT, that was fucking cool because like we've seen hundreds of these
but not from the perspective of like
him
just
being
a
like,
guy.
oh, this is a huge weapon.
Yeah,
like it just shows you about the scale that like we're at with you know the Mandalorian, just being like we're following one character, we're not following a team, we're not following an army.
Yeah.
We're following one person. And then that's the same with Obi-Wan. Where he's one fucking guy.
Now,
but he is, he's a Jedi.
There's a criticism that is leveled at the Mandalorian, which is always, there's some objective, like, say, get Baby Yoda to his people, right? Mm-hmm. And then every time something happens that makes them land on a planet, and then the people on the planet go, hey, we need you to do this so that you can have this special thing that you need. Yeah. So then he just does, so each episode's its own side story on a planet, and it's just so repetitive. It's always like, oh, I've got to do this task, oh, I've got to do that task, oh, blah, blah, blah. I kind of feel that, like, watching the show week to week is kind of sometimes a slog. Like,
yeah, I mean, I did kind of, realize that. Because like, I mean, it felt like he was playing a fucking video game. Yeah. Like you'd land, what you do in a video game, you land on a planet, you're like, all right, I want to explore. I just want to talk to people for the fun of it. You know, you do have that overarching main story mission, right? But you do want to do the side quests because they give you interesting shit. You know, that's what it felt like in this TV show. He's like, he was just doing all the side quests. Whereas we wanted to see him just fucking, just help
on the main story.
Yeah, we just wanted to see the main story. That's what we signed up for. We don't want to see him help out this fisherman, you know, I don't know, catch a fish. Yeah. So his ship could, have a new radiator. It's like, we want to see fucking Baby Yoda with force powers and a little lightsaber. All right?
Yeah, little green lightsaber.
Little green lightsaber.
And Mando has his black lightsaber.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But it doesn't make that sound.
That's the noise of the lightsaber.
The noise of the lightsaber.
Only the black one, though,
like
the dark
it a lot,
saber.
though, how it doesn't. Like,
yeah, but it's like every time he hits it, it gets heavier or something.
Yeah,
we see that in.
He's not using it properly.
Yeah.
Or something like that. He
doesn't
needs
know how to use
commit to it or something. Like it's about I really like that.
So brilliant. It's a good show.
It is.
It's still flawed, but it's good. So then, how would you rank all three shows? Given that we're only halfway through.
Yeah, Boba Fett down the bottom. Not too far. I'd say Boba Fett's a 4. Mandalorian, I reckon 8, and then Obi-Wan just below Mandalorian at the moment.
So you're giving it what, a 7?
Yeah, 7.5, 7.
7? Yeah. I think one benefit that Obi-Wan Kenobi show has is that since it's a limited series, if it wraps up its story well,
that's true.
Then it's going to elevate it because it's one, like with Mandalorian, it's this continuous story.
It is,
where
which
they might
like, because he's getting, there's progression with him. But yeah, you're right.
But sometimes, like at the end of a season, sometimes you're like, oh, now I've got to wait a year for the next one,
Yeah, true.
Whereas this has the benefit of saying, well, it's done when in 3 weeks' time, this show is done, and you'll tell the complete story. So there's a chance that this might actually be like one of the best because it's this self-contained story.
We'll find out.
And
I'm excited for it.
Yeah. So, that's been us this week, and we'll catch you guys next week when we talk about
The Boys.
The Boys, season 3 of The Boys, the first 3 episodes.
Yeah. In contrast to these 3 episodes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
It will be.
To describe the difference.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this podcast, consider following us and wherever you listen to podcasts or YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube if you watch us there. Do all that good stuff. The link to like everything, including our like social medias and stuff, and the pods is down below.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.
And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you in the future. Bye.
Bye.